Hello, everyone. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. Hello, Emily. Hi, everyone. It is so good to be here with you today. How are you, Emily?
I'm doing great, thank you. Today, we have a very special episode about something we all do every day.
That's right. We are talking about daily routines.
We have a lovely story to share with our listeners. We will listen to it first, and then we will talk about the expressions.
It is a very simple and clear story. It is perfect for our friends who are learning English.
Exactly. Are you ready to hear it for the first time, Paul?
I am ready. Let's listen to the story of this daily routine.
Every day I wake up at 7 in the morning. I usually feel a bit tired, but I try to start my day calmly. After I wake up, I open the window. It helps me feel fresh and awake. Then I go to the bathroom and wash my face. I like to feel clean before breakfast. I usually have a light breakfast. I eat yogurt with fruit and I drink a cup of tea. After breakfast, I get dressed for my day. I choose simple and comfortable clothes. I leave home at 8:30 a.m. I usually take the bus to work. I start working at 9:30 a.m. I check my schedule and focus on my tasks. At noon, I take a break. I usually eat something healthy. After work, I like to go for a walk. It helps me relax. Then I return home and take a relaxing shower. It helps me feel refreshed and clean. At night, I listen to music for a few minutes. Then I go to bed at 11 p.m. This is my daily routine. This is my life.
What a nice story. It sounds like a very peaceful day.
I agree, Emily. It is simple but very organized.
Yes. Now, let's look at the first part. She says, I wake up at 7 in the morning.
Wake up is a very important phrasal verb. It means the moment you open your eyes.
Yes, some people confuse wake up with get up. Do you know the difference, Paul?
Oh, that's a good question. I think get up is when you actually leave the bed.
Exactly. You can wake up at 7, but stay in bed until 7:15.
That is me. I wake up early, but I stay in bed for a long time.
Me too. It's hard to leave the warm blankets.
And she says at 7 o'clock. We always use at for specific times, right?
Yes, Paul. We say at 7 o'clock, at 8:30, or at noon.
That is a very useful rule for our students. At is for the clock.
Then she says she feels a bit tired. I love that expression, a bit.
Me too. It is very common in conversation. It means a little.
Yes, it sounds very natural. You can say, I am a bit hungry, or I am a bit cold.
And she tries to start her day calmly. That is a nice adverb.
It really is. It comes from the word calm. She doesn't want to rush.
I understand that. Rushing in the morning is the worst.
What does she do next? She opens the window.
She says it helps her feel fresh and awake. I do that too.
Fresh air is the best way to wake up your brain. It's very healthy.
Oh, yes, especially in the spring when the air is cool.
Then she goes to the bathroom to wash her face. Simple but important.
Very important. We use the word wash for many things in a routine.
Yes, you wash your face, you wash your hands, and you wash the dishes.
She says she wants to feel clean before breakfast. Before is the opposite of after.
Exactly. These are great words for talking about a sequence of events.
Then comes the best part of the day, breakfast.
I agree. She says she has a light breakfast.
Light, in this case, means not a lot of food. It's not a heavy meal.
She eats yogurt with fruit. Paul, do you like yogurt for breakfast?
I do, but I usually add some honey. It makes it taste better.
Yum. And she drinks a cup of tea.
Ah, she is a tea person. Are you a tea person or a coffee person, Emily?
Oh, I am definitely a coffee person. I need coffee to function.
I knew it. I like both, but I usually choose tea in the morning.
That's nice. After breakfast, she gets dressed.
This is another phrasal verb. It means putting on your clothes.
Yes, she chooses simple and comfortable clothes.
That is smart. If you are comfortable, you can work better.
I agree. I don't like wearing very tight or formal clothes all day.
Then she leaves home at 8:30. Notice she doesn't say leaves from home.
That's a very common mistake. In English, we just say leave home or leave the office.
Good point, Emily. And she takes the bus to work.
We use the verb take for most public transportation. Take the bus, take the train, take a taxi.
What if you go by car? Do you say take the car?
You can, but usually people say, I drive to work.
Ah, I see. And she starts working at 9:30.
She says she checks her schedule. A schedule is like a plan for the day.
Is it similar to a calendar?
Yes, it has your meetings and the things you need to do.
Then she focuses on her tasks. Tasks is a fancy word for jobs or activities.
Exactly, like answering emails or writing reports. Those are tasks.
At noon, she takes a break. Noon is a very specific time, isn't it?
Yes, it is exactly 12 o'clock in the middle of the day.
And for 12 o'clock at night, we say midnight.
Wow, look at us. We are learning so many words.
We are. She also says she eats something healthy for her break.
That's good, like a salad or some nuts. It gives you energy.
If you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Yes, and if you are still listening, comment my routine below. We want to know you are here.
Great. Now let's continue with the story. What happens after work?
She says, after work, I like to go for a walk.
I love that. Walking is so relaxing after a long day at the office.
It really is. She says it helps her relax.
Relax is a great word. It means to rest and feel calm.
Then she returns home. You can also say goes home or gets home.
True. They all mean coming back to your house.
And then she takes a relaxing shower.
Ah, there is nothing better than a warm shower after work.
She says it makes her feel refreshed. That's a lovely word.
It means you feel new and full of energy again.
Then at night, she listens to music for a few minutes.
Music for a few minutes. A few means a small number, maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
It's a nice way to end the day. Music is good for the soul.
And finally, she goes to bed at 11 p.m.
She uses at again, at 11 p.m. Perfect grammar.
She says, "This is my daily routine. This is my life." It sounds very content.
I agree. It's a very balanced routine.
Emily, do you have a routine like this?
A little bit. I also wake up early, but I drink coffee instead of tea.
And I take a walk in the morning instead of the evening.
Everyone has a different routine, and that is okay.
That is the beauty of life. We are all different.
Let's look at some other ways to say these things. For example, I usually feel a bit tired.
You could also say, I am usually a little sleepy.
Yes, sleepy is a good word for the morning.
And instead of get dressed, you can say, put on my clothes.
Good job, Paul. And for take a break, you can say have a rest.
Yes, I need to have a rest is very common in the UK.
What about go for a walk? Is there another way?
Maybe take a stroll, but that is a bit more formal.
You're right. Go for a walk is the most natural for beginners.
I think we should listen to the story one more time now that we know all the words.
That's a great idea. Listening again helps the brain remember everything.
Okay, everyone, listen closely this time. See if you can hear the expressions we talked about.
Every day I wake up at 7 in the morning. I usually feel a bit tired, but I try to start my day calmly. After I wake up, I open the window. It helps me feel fresh and awake. Then I go to the bathroom and wash my face. I like to feel clean before breakfast. I usually have a light breakfast. I eat yogurt with fruit, and I drink a cup of tea. After breakfast, I get dressed for my day. I choose simple and comfortable clothes. I leave home at 8:30 a.m. I usually take the bus to work. I start working at 9:30 a.m. I check my schedule and focus on my tasks. At noon, I take a break. I usually eat something healthy. After work, I like to go for a walk. It helps me relax. Then I return home and take a relaxing shower. It helps me feel refreshed and clean. At night, I listen to music for a few minutes. Then I go to bed at 11 p.m. This is my daily routine. This is my life.
It's even better the second time. I can understand every word.
Me too. It's a very clear story. I hope our listeners liked it.
I'm sure they did. Learning English through stories is the best way.
It makes the language feel real and not like a boring book.
Exactly. You hear how people actually speak.
Emily, what is your favorite part of your daily routine?
Oh, for me, it is definitely the coffee in the morning. I love the smell.
Yes, I knew it. For me, it is the walk in the park. It's so quiet.
That sounds very peaceful, Paul.
It really is. Well, I think we learned a lot today.
We did. We talked about times, phrasal verbs, and healthy habits.
It was a very productive conversation.
Yes, I feel very happy about this episode.
Me too. Our listeners are doing a great job.
Yes, keep practicing every day. Even 5 minutes is good.
That's right. Consistency is the secret to learning English.
Well, that is all for today. We hope you enjoyed learning about daily routines with us.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really helps our channel.
Yes, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.
Goodbye. See you soon.
See ya.